The Reece and Rob Podcast.
Okay then. So we're back. It's been a little bit of time. Been a little bit of a hiatus.
Yeah. Life kicked us in
Life.
the ass.
Yeah. You know, it gets like that sometimes. It be like that. I know that everybody out there knows life happens. You know, sometimes you got to deal with life accordingly. Sometimes you can't just always just lights, camera, action, force your way or fake your way through certain things. You know, sometimes you got to go through some things.
Yeah.
But now we're back.
Now we're back.
Episode 57.
Episode 57 of the Reece and Rob Podcast.
I am Reece. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I like that.
Excuse me.
No.
I am Reece.
I'm Ra.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot been going on in these streets, out here in these streets. How have you been?
I think, you know, with progress, I feel like it's always like this thing where you feel this progress, you're making progress in life, and then there's always something that kind of causes you to take a step back, right? 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's kind of like it's like a dance.
So that's your answer to how you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's complicated. I'm doing well. But, you know, could always be doing better. I'm doing good though. I'm doing well. How about you? How are you?
That is a tough question to answer. Right now I'm okay.
Yeah.
Ebbs and flows. So for those that don't know, we took a break because my sister passed away February 25th from COVID complications. So that hit hard. I am the youngest of 6 girls. It's 6 of us. And we are a very close-knit family. And the eldest of the 6 of us passed away last month. So that has been tough. Very, very, very tough. It still is tough. It's wild. It's just, you never really know, like, I don't know. It's a lot.
I'm sure it makes you like think about all types of things on deeper levels when
Of
things
course.
like this hit. Yeah.
Of course.
It changes kind of how you think in some of the
So
ways
much,
that you move.
so many questions. There's anger, rage at all of this, everything that's going on. It's just, you know, last year was wild. And you almost think to yourself, like, could I go through any worse, you know? And then some more shit comes your way. You're like, can I go through any worse, you know? And it's just, I don't know. I'm hoping for a better tomorrow, but just overall, everything around in the world, like even with just, like, the city of Atlanta is wild.
City of Atlanta is different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's today when we're recording, there was a Colorado shooting in a grocery store. There's the massage spas and the Asian community being affected. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It is.
It's a lot. So I don't know. It's a weird time, but trying to remain grateful and humble and still, you know, intentional. It's a challenge though.
I was having a conversation with a homie tonight when we were talking about how difficult it is to create your own bubble of positivity with everything around you, but like how valuable it is to try anyway, right? Is to make sure like the people beside you to your left and to your right are like positive people, because there's already enough in the world, like without because you know so much of the stress and so much of the pain that we feel, like it comes from situations beyond our control with other people. Yeah. Right? It's never, well, I don't want to say it's never our own, but a lot of the things that we feel, like, it comes from other people. So I just think it's really important to try to, like, as idealistic as this might sound, to create your own bubble as much as you can. Make your house a bubble. Make your man cave a bubble. Make your shower time a bubble. But just, like, create some bubble of positivity, like, for your day as much as you can.
Though. It's very challenging if you suffer from depression or anxiety, because it's like you'll create that bubble, but somehow it gets infiltrated, you know? Yeah. And that's the challenge that I think a lot of people have. I have sometimes, where it's just like, I'll create this bubble, as you say, and it gets infiltrated all the time.
It's not
there's
easy.
Invaders
It's
of
not easy.
just, of thoughts and just really wild shit that comes in. And it's just like, how do you block those?
That's a really good question, and I don't have the answers, especially like knowing that like I know that I tend to try to be nonchalant or like kind of cheery about everything, right? As much as I can. So it's difficult for me to speak on people who deal with anxiety or who deal with depression because that's something that I don't know. But I will say to as best you can, get yourself some real solid people in your corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get some real solid people in your
Speaking
corner.
of solid, thank you
Oh, well, thank you for what?
for holding me down. Like,
That's not
this
even
is our
nothing to say thank you about.
well, no, I think so.
I,
Listen. What
that's automatic.
you would think,
Yeah,
but there are people who don't know how to be there for other people. So I am publicly thanking you, for being there for me. This has been our first death experience as a couple together. We've never
yeah,
experienced this, so you've had to witness me finding out, going through the grief process, flying down to Miami, dealing with funeral arrangements. Like, you've had to witness all of that, and I'm pretty sure it was a wild
standard.
show.
No, standard practice. You know what I'm saying that's not.
I appreciate you,
Yeah.
and yeah, no, I think you now have a little bit more insight on how anxiety works.
A little bit more.
Now you know a little bit.
I know
about-
I will see, like, I can't say how it works. I have more insight on maybe where it comes from. And like that makes me a little more like patient and like kind and like chill, bro. You don't know everything that's going on. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, and that's
Yeah.
all I can say.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best that I have to offer for, like, chill, you don't know everything that's going on. Like, at least don't be the another thing on top of the things. Like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Guys, it was amazing. There was one day, so the house has been a mess, and with everything going on, the last thing on my mind was cleaning the house, but I just could not be in a uncleanly space. And so I don't even remember what I was doing. Came home, and when I came home, the entire house was clean from top to bottom, and without me asking, you clean the house? And I like started crying, right? Like, I literally
Yeah,
just burst
yeah,
into tears because that small action was just, it was so meaningful to me because, I don't know, I grieve very differently from a lot of people. And so I'm very like closed off. Just don't talk to me. Don't ask me how I'm doing. Don't pat my back. Don't be like, oh my God, Rob. Like, I don't do that. You learn that. But like, I like to just have my space and if you are going to have a conversation with me, like, it has to be about anything but the situation. And I think you quickly picked up on that,
yeah.
by being a space in my life that was just like light and positivity,
Yeah.
and not reminders of the tragedy that I had recently experienced, so.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. I don't want this entire podcast to be about that.
Yeah.
It was just.
I mean, you got you have the floor to air it out as long as much as you want to. So
I appreciate that, and
I
I appreciate everybody that reached out. And I mean, I did a little Instagram rant the other day, just saying thank you to everybody who has showed their love and support. Yes, it's gonna be it's tough.
it's life,
It's life, but
It's life.
I'm still here, still fighting.
You
Still
never-
got shit to do.
You never want to say it so matter of factly like that because it
What?
sounds cold when you say that's life.
But it is.
You don't mean it like you don't mean it in a cold way. It's
But
just
it
like
is.
it's just reaffirmation of like, hey, like this is the thing that's gonna happen in life. Shit is gonna be up and down because it's just how it goes.
Yeah, it just sucks because our country in particular, and I can't speak on behalf of any other country, so I don't know, but our country is so selfish.
Yeah.
And so like it's just, it is what it is. Outside of my community, I'm going to say that outside of like, like the small pods of people that I like rock with. Just in general, our country is so like, I mean,
Well, it's how we. It's
like,
unfortunate how like that is just that's the way of thinking for America. It's very individualistic. It's not like this we us. You know, it's
yeah,
like me, mine.
even down to funeral arrangements. It's so like matter of fact. It's like it's business. It's money. It's like
Yeah,
everything. It's so ugh.
yeah.
I hate it. I hate it so much. But yeah, man. Was my therapist. She told me, you know, she's like, it's okay not being okay, and that's what I have to. That's what I'm trying to get used to.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm the type of person who's just like, I hate that I'm down. How do I get out of this? I don't embrace being down. I don't embrace feeling sad. I don't embrace being depressed. I'm like, I get like fighting to get out of it, you know? And my therapist, she made a really good point. She was just like, it is okay to not be okay. Like, you have to just be in that space. And I feel like our generation, we try to skip that process.
A lot of people do.
We try to skip that process where we're just like, you know, either we're keeping up with whatever is going on, whatever trend, whatever social media, whatever putting on, like doing this because I'm supposed to, and when you're not okay, you gloss over it. And that will come back and bite you in the ass. It will. I'm going to tell
you, you've never seen me down bad yet, right?
I've seen you down.
You've never seen me down bad, trust me.
Really?
No. You've never seen me down bad.
The car accident? That was a moment.
You've never seen me down bad. That was so short-lived. Like that was not. I was sad for 2 days. And I wasn't even sad for 2 days. I was sad for half a day. We got some food and I probably laughed. I was stressed though cuz I didn't know what I was going to do. But no, that was nothing close to down bad. But I'll tell you, when I'm down bad, I remember the last time I was down bad. I was single. I was living in DC. And I wallow in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even have a problem. And I think that there's like this part of me that like I always embraced it because I know at the end of it I'm going to be a beast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every time you get over something tragic or terrible, you find some way to level up in your spirit, right?
Ooh, okay.
So for me,
that's a fact.
You know, like for me, I will be on the couch for weeks, shades on inside, bottle of bourbon, just listening to the saddest shit that you ever could listen to on repeat and be fine with it. And like it's this weird
it's a cathartic,
rushing feeling, but it also feels good to me somehow. And I know that that's not normal. I don't think that's normal.
That's good. That's good. I don't
think it's normal though.
That's where I'm at right now. So I have taken a step back from a lot of my responsibilities, which is why we took a hiatus from the show. And I just was like, I'm not gonna pressure myself to keep up with all of these things because it was starting to bury me. Yeah. And by doing that, you know, I'm being more intentional with my days and like, I'm really grateful for my position and financially I'm able to take a step back and just be just be. And that's my goal. Cause I feel, and I've been saying this, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I feel this transition happening. And usually when a transition in your life happens, the craziest things come along.
Yes, usually. Yeah. We're dealing with crazy. We're not going to get into none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a fact.
Yeah. Where the craziest situations come up and it's just like all at the same time. Like all at the same time.
Have you ever like went through like a breakup that was just so terrible? And then when you finally got your swag back, your swag was just different. It was on another level.
Yeah.
And it's like, you run into this person, you like, yeah, nigga. Or like, yeah, shorty, I know you thought that you was going to have me down, but I ain't down, no. You see me? Do you see me?
It's the best comeback.
It's the best flex.
It's
like,
the
yeah,
best flex,
like
yeah.
that's
success is the best revenge, you know?
Yeah, I just feel like we all have to remember, you know, it's a difficult thing to say to yourself.
Yeah.
That things are not happening to you, that they're happening for you. Doesn't feel like that. There's no way that you can explain that when somebody's going through it until like the other side. And you're like, oh, okay, now I'm really 100% or I'm really feeling better or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Things don't happen to you, they happen for you.
I feel like this is needed to be said right now for anybody who feels like this is not being said enough.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I feel like it's not. It's so much putting on right now.
Yo, Nipsey said something really powerful right before he died. He tweeted something really powerful before he died, and it's very cryptic, and I know a lot of people didn't know what he meant, or like, you know, it was just bad timing because he died right after that. But his last tweet was having strong enemies is a blessing. And like, I knew what he meant when he said it, because like, without adversity, without these challenges, without these things, that then you get comfortable and you get rocked to sleep, and you don't try to change or do something new or try to do something better. You get complacent.
Ooh.
You can stand in place for forever because you have nothing forcing you to leave your like, there's nothing forcing you to move.
I got chills. That was powerful.
Yeah.
I love when you start preaching, when you start, speaking the message. Pastor Reece.
I said.
Or I need organ. I need an organ sound bite. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
All right. So let's talk about some things.
I don't really have much to talk about other than I'm here.
Okay.
And we're back.
Well,
what you got?
Huh. So we went on a date.
We did
on Friday. It's a really good date too. So we went on this date. And for everybody, listen, I'm really not the best planner of things. We're just gonna get that out the way, right? My planning is very like so the difference between you and I is that, like, as a person with anxiety, you need to know some details. You can't just be doing things on the fly, because that doesn't work. And me, I've had some of the greatest times in my life improvising, right? Like, every trip that I ever took by myself, I never had an itinerary. I didn't know where I was going or what I was doing, and I just found things. And like, that's a bit like, I felt like there would be one or two things that I'd plan, and I'd let the rest of it kind of be loose and freeformish, right? So
freeformish.
Yes. So that's what we did on this most recent date on a Friday night. So my basic plan was get some tickets to the Botanical Garden, get some edibles, eat a couple edibles, go to the Botanical Gardens, out of your mind. And then we'll just go get something to eat. I ain't playing that far out. We just kind of, we kind of freestyled it. But, I mean, it ended up being like a really, really dope date night.
Yeah, it was dope. It was good. I needed that too, I think, especially with everything going on. I appreciated that date night. We went to Pork Calvin's for dinner.
Yeah, that
was fire. If you in Atlanta, we got to start food blogging, bruh. Like, we got to start. Yeah, what did you have?
Lobster wontons.
Oh, yeah.
That was just nuts. It has like lobster wontons with like this balsamic vinegar, like vinaigrette, and like some mango sauce on the side or something crazy like that.
I had a pad thai.
Mussels, she had pad thai. I just went the whole way.
What did you have? Chicken and waffles? No, chicken and...
I had chicken and lobster mac and cheese with collards. It is what it is. I went black. I went super soul food black.
Blackity black. Our waitress was dope too. She was cool.
You know why I did though? Like, one of the things that I find myself always doing is, like, when I go to a restaurant and I see fried chicken, I purposely don't eat it.
Why?
Because I don't want to be the black dude with the fried chicken, right? And I'm tired of feeling that way. Like, I don't need to feel that way.
On your truth, King.
If I want fried chicken, I want fried chicken. I don't want to talk about it. Like, it's not like it's the same thing with like water. Like, people just put black people in this watermelon fried chicken bucket. You like watermelon?
I don't even like watermelon. Do you like watermelon?
I like watermelon. I don't love watermelon, but I like it though.
I mean,
everybody loves fried chicken. It's not a black thing. Like, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard. But anyway, yeah, we went on a date night, and I remember when we was out on a date, we started talking about like first dates and do's and don'ts, because we dropped a little bit of paper.
We always drop paper. So the minimum that we spend as a married couple on a date, minimum is $65.
On a super basic night.
Super basic, 2 drinks and an entree.
Yeah.
Meal at a 2 to 3 star restaurant. On a lunch date, or like when we're eating out, like on a night in, like on a weekday, it's like $40. Yeah. Anywhere between $20 and $40, depending on the restaurant.
Oh, but when we go for it though.
But then when we go for it, and it's because you, sir, you are a true restaurant experience man. We are getting an appetizer, we're getting an entree, we're getting a cocktail, and we're getting a beer. and this is
and
each
or wine.
and or wine. So it's 3 drinks per person. An entree, which is like $20 to $30,
Appetizers,
and an appetizer,
all
sometimes
that.
2.
It's necessary. Like, you guys see what they about
So we be dropping like $200
on a
on
regular basis. Not all the time, because we don't do this all the time
like
either.
once
So
a
like,
month.
yeah. I mean,
Once
but
a
at the end
month.
of the day, like, we work hard and we save our bread. So
Yeah. We treat yourself.
treat yourself.
But
Don't beat yourself.
on our date night, we started talking about like when you're dating, and like, I was just talking about how it just came to me because don't forget we had edibles, so my mind was everywhere. I was just like, oh my god. I was like, man, y'all, like, men, you guys have a lot. Like, what is the cap? How much is a lot
So
on a date?
So I will start off with amateur Reece when he first moved to the city, because I got to tell you, dating back in my hometown of Hagerstown was just a very simple affair.
Okay.
It's like movies and dinner, and at that,
What dinner
you're
is
talking
what?
about like
Applebee's?
You're talking about Outback
Outback.
or Applebee's or some shit. So you're not really gonna run it up like that for real.
Right.
You're not gonna run it up.
Was it 2 for $20?
It would be
Or
something
two.
dope like that. Like, the max that I would spend on a night out on a date in Hagerstown is like $60 for everything, for a full night, for a whole the whole
the movies
day.
too, and movie snacks.
Movies, snacks, popcorn, everything.
Oh my
the whole thing,
God.
$65-$70 max. And I don't even think I ever really went that high. I always think that I had some sort of balance, like, for real. I remember going out to eat for $30, and I remember going to the movies and spending $30. I remember it always just being like this really even thing. And then I moved
And
to
this drinks too.
Yes. Well, yes. But I was drinking beer at the time.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like I wasn't a cocktail guy at that moment. I hadn't got there yet, right? So that was Hagerstown. I remember moving to the city, and different, dare I say, different caliber woman. I don't want to say that. I don't want to get killed by the people back home. That's not high caliber women in Hagerstown. I'm so sorry. All of you, right? Very, very high caliber. Different type of women. So I moved to the city, right? And I'm dating different type of women. And I learned the mistakes so fast, so early. I went out one time with a girl, and when that check came, I was like, whoa. It's like, I didn't intend for this. Like, this is not what I planned on, because I don't even know if I'm gonna see you again. Are we gonna kick it again? Like, the most I ever dropped, and in Atlanta I made some mistakes too. The most I ever dropped on a date was 150, right?
Okay.
First date, which is not bad, but it's not good if you're dating, because like, you don't know, this person you might have no compatibility. You might never see this person again. They might just be doing this for the free food and free drinks, because I've heard that that's a thing, right?
Yeah, it is absolutely a thing.
Right. So like,
not to reveal our secrets, ladies.
There's all these factors, and then after trial and error and learning, I was like, bro, okay, this is how we gonna switch the game up. You gonna change the time frame. Right?
Wait.
Yeah.
What do you mean? So you take it out to lunch?
So there's 2 different dates. I've done brunch on Sunday.
Oh, you.
Right? Because like, that's just a smoother ride. Nobody's getting we're not getting twisted. You probably gonna have one. I'm gonna have one. Your entree is probably gonna be $20. Mine's probably gonna be $20. That's perfect. Let's ride that wave, right? Or we gonna do the bar thing. We gonna just bar hop, go to a couple different cocktail spots. So I've definitely done like SOS Tiki Bar.
Yeah.
2 drinks.
Yeah.
Conversation. You feel me? Or let's go for a walk in the park. Somewhere where maybe there's some drinks or something like. But we gonna do something a little bit different. We not running it up, right?
Okay.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
As a woman, have you ever reached into your purse on a first date?
No.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened to me. Matter of fact, did it?
No.
Yo, it might have happened to me one time.
Let me rephrase. No, not necessarily. And I'll say that because sometimes first dates aren't really necessarily first dates. Like there was a period of time where it was like a meetup, but it wasn't. It was like casual. It wasn't like, yeah, I don't know. Like I've gone on casual dates where I've paid my portion of the bill and it was nothing. But on like formal first dates, no.
Right.
No.
Right.
But I'm mindful. I know some chicks out here are savage for real.
Oh
real.
yeah. I've definitely.
But I definitely always order something that I always can have leftovers. That's
fair.
Like, yeah, a
No,
lot of
so
times I'm in it for the food, especially like when I first moved to Atlanta.
yeah,
Oh my God, I was just racking. Like, I wouldn't even grocery shop. I would just go
I'm
out
not
on
even mad at you.
dates and I'd have
I'm not even
food
mad at you.
for dinner and lunch the next
That's
day
what I'm
at work.
saying. Niggas need to be mad at themselves. Like I said, I've learned the art.
So
So
there's an art
before
to
you,
it.
before you, the last date I went on before you, I remember this. I cannot forget this. I took this woman to a beer bar called the Porter.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple of beers. It was great.
Okay.
We had like 2-3 beers apiece, maybe like a shot of whiskey or something at the end. That was it.
And it was a fair drink. It was a fair price. You wasn't.
Fair price. And I want to say she might have paid for her own drinks too.
Oh.
But even if she didn't, we talking about like my tab was like $20.
Y'all didn't eat at all?
We ate some fries.
Oh.
We shared some fries.
Oh, that's
You know what
cute.
I'm saying? Like, just because, but that's just the evolution of like, I had to learn that. I
had to be strategic.
Yeah.
So you would suggest things that you know wouldn't break the bank.
I would say, yeah, absolutely. Like, yo, second.
So it's a rookie move on the man.
Rookie move. Second date is when it's not even that. So let's just be clear. Second date's not when you go all out, right?
When do you go all out?
I'm going to tell you when you go all out, right? You go all out when you know that there's some chemistry clicking. And that even
you about to get them?
Yeah, I was about to say it's either going to be a dating situation or this date tonight.
It's about to be
she
lit.
fucking with you. She might come home with you. That's when you go all out. And even at that, you don't be stupid. Go all out, but you don't be frugal either. Like you go have a good night.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Don't put a limit on it, but don't be an idiot either, though. Right? Like it's not unlimited here.
That's interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
well that's a lot of tips. Write
Free
down
game.
notes.
Free game for the single men out there.
Okay.
Take her to a beer bar, homie.
But
Or
what if
take
she
her
doesn't
to
like beer?
Take her to a tiki spot.
A tiki spot?
Tiki cocktails. Take her to a place that doesn't have no food, bro.
No.
Yes.
A woman is not gonna like that at all. All women love food. Come on. That's number one when it comes to dating.
Yeah, listen.
You can't take a woman to a place with no
Take her
food.
to a tapas spot, yo. Tapas. You know what I'm saying?
Small plates.
Small portions, small plates.
Those small plates be a joke. You be getting like one little piece of crab cake for $15.
It is what it is.
For $15, I'm gonna get
Tapas.
this one little crab cake. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, but you're not gonna run it up though. You ain't gonna run my tab up though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, that is a mess. Yeah. So okay, switching gears. What a lot has happened since our last show. One of the things that has happened that I was like, ooh, we gotta talk about it, is Quavo and Saweetie.
So this is my issue.
You have an issue?
Yes. We know way too much from fucking Twitter. Why do we know all of this shit about your relationship? That's just how I feel. I'm not going to come down on Saweetie for airing her grievances. But I think that there's a better platform for that. And that's probably like your best friend. You know, that's my opinion. I'm not going to knock Saweetie for what she did. I'm not doing that. And then Quavo responding in the space of social media, I'm not doing that either. I'm just not engaging.
So your only issue is that they made it public.
Yeah, like why should we have that much insight into your relationship on social media? I just
we
don't
had
think
insight
that we should.
into the beginning of their relationship.
Yeah, but like that's for me personally. I think that you need to protect some things, right? Mm-hmm. I think you don't need to, because now let's say they did want to date again. Now you got millions of people's opinions in your relationship and coming for your relationship now.
But okay, so this is a question that I have. When you are a public couple, I would say we're a public couple.
We're a public couple.
So people are invested in us. They saw us date. They saw us get engaged. They saw us get married.
Yeah.
They saw us start a podcast together. Like, we're technically a public couple.
We are.
So if, God forbid, we were to break up, how would we handle that? Or how would you handle that? And I have no intentions,
So I have no intentions either. I would say, you just do a little like joint announcement from our page together. I'm not going to address it on none of my pages at all because that's just not something that I do.
Are you going to delete my pictures?
I'm going to archive them things.
Oh my gosh.
Why
Reece?
are we saying what we going to do?
Oh my God.
Hold up. Why are we even saying?
Oh
Well,
my
you telling me if we
I'm
broke up,
keeping them all.
you keeping them up?
It's a part of my history.
That is not true. Where's the pictures of your exes?
I never posted pictures of my exes
Ah.
since Instagram.
Okay. Yeah. We gonna
Well, since DJ Empress
we
Ra.
gonna archive those things.
Oh my God, Reece.
If and we're not going to, by the way.
All right, y'all.
Is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong.
Yeah.
But okay, so you're saying a statement, kind of like, okay, so there's this other couple. You probably don't know that there's this other. It's a white couple, that I follow. They're big and they just broke up.
Yeah.
And they did a joint statement. Like we're separated.
Yeah, I don't even if it wasn't for like you and I being two people who are like in this space of like trying to create creatively and like letting people into this like to our lives, I wouldn't address anything.
I saw somebody post the other day like how you can't be mad at us for not wanting an update on your life when you're the one that let us in.
Yeah, I hear that.
I don't like that.
I don't. Yeah, that sounds like entitlement to me. You're not entitled to any part of my life. I don't have to give you any part of my life if I don't want to. Yeah, when I broke up with my last, when I broke up with my ex, people found out when they ran into me. They're like, "Hey, how's such and such?" I'm like, "Hey, you know what? That thing is dead, bro.
Oh, man.
That thing is no more."
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. We just killed the club.
Oh my God. What do you? I don't know if you know about. Have you heard of the guy Derek Jackson?
Dude who did all that crazy stuff. Did all the shootings.
No.
No, who's Derek Jackson?
Derek Jackson, he's like a relationship guru, like a black. He does the black man don't cheat thing, and
yeah, I heard about him.
And he got caught up cheating.
Come on, G. How you, yo, you got us looking crazy out here, G. Like you got it. Come on now. You got to walk on water when you put yourself in that situation. Well, you ain't got to walk on water and be perfect, but you can't be getting caught up with no whole side chick, bro. Why ain't you just if you're not happy, why ain't you leave? You can't be having no like ongoing side chick.
He is happy. They're staying together. And the wife came out and joined him in the statement.
Oh.
And they went on live and everything. And the wife was like saying how like she's giving it to God and asked for like forgiveness and Jesus is Lord, and it was very uncomfortable. She was in a bonnet. It was interesting.
Oh man, you had to throw that part in there though, right? She was in a bonnet.
Yeah. Well, because I feel like if you're gonna go on live, I'm
yeah.
But just
again,
you could at least comb out your hair. Just you don't got to put makeup on, but
I want to be cautious in talking shit because men and women and people are fallible, right?
Okay.
I do think that when you put yourself in positions where you can really stumble up and get tripped up by the things that you do outside of your relationship, I think that like you really do have to. There's a different level of responsibility on you. Like, don't step into those shoes of having a foundation or an organization where you claim the black men don't cheat if you're not ready to be a black man who never cheats. Never. You feel me? I can't talk bad about the man because he's just human, right?
Okay.
But when you wear them shoes, you gotta wear them shoes well.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's interesting being in the relationship space, and watching how things are unfolding for different couples, and I'm just kind of like, man, I hope that doesn't ever happen to us, because you're in the light, you're in the spotlight, and it's like that sucks. Like we are private, but we share, our ups and downs and what we're experiencing as a couple, trying to inspire those around us in our community who are looking for something similar, but that was like, yikes. Yeah. But for me, my only issue is I just don't like people who proclaim that they are a professional or an expert on something and they're not. That's what I'm really annoyed about.
With him?
In general. Yeah. He is a good example. But like just in this age of like life coaches, relationship coaches, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because you lost 100 pounds doesn't mean that you are a personal trainer.
No.
You,
No, not
does that make
necessarily.
sense? And
You could be inspiration. You could be a
you could,
motivational speaker.
of course. But like I'm
And
saying
if you,
that there's that like people are thinking that because they went through something that all of a sudden they're an expert on it, and that's not necessarily true. And I find that so common nowadays, and that is annoying. Like people are looking up to these people like, oh my God, you are like Mahatma Gandhi. Like, no, bruh, you're not.
yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
it's kind of annoying, but I don't know. That's neither here or there.
I don't know.
I just
But
wanted to know your thoughts. I know you don't follow up on it, but I saw
Derek
it.
Jackson, what you did is the equivalent of Minister Farrakhan getting caught eating a pork chop while drinking a 40. And that's not all right. Okay? And we need you to do better. We need
I'm
you
about
to
to
do
choke
better.
on this wine.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, anyway, I think that about sums up our show for today.
Is that on that?
That's that on that. We can end up with Pass the Aux Cord.
Pass the aux cord.
Yeah, all right.
Just pass the aux cord, man. Yeah. Just pass the aux cord. Yeah.
All right, so I've been trying to get out of you've listened to my Discover Weekly, and it's been like so hip hopped out for so long, and that's not an accurate reflection of what I like. So I've been trying to get back into my strange kind of indie, just different vibe.
Okay.
So it's an older album, and I just went back to it recently, from Astronauts, etc. And the song is called "Shut My Mouth." Vibes.
Oh yeah, super indie.
There was nothing like it.
I like it. That's some
Yeah.
I need to smoke type music.
That's
It
black.
gives me like a 70s.
That's black man and a countryman vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what that is.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm talking
boy.
about.
No, I'm talking about. Cool. That's okay. That's cool.
What you on?
So I recently discovered this song by Cleo Soul. Do you
Oh
know who
my
that
God. Yes. Yo, this song is crazy. I'm sorry. We never talked about this.
is? You never put me on.
Fire.
Why? You be holding these songs hostage.
Turn it out.
But this song is fire. Ooh. Just imagine. I was in the car with the windows down, the sunroof open.
You was vibed
It
out.
was 70 degrees today.
You was vibed the whole way out.
Spring equinox is here.
You
And the
was
song
winning.
is called When I'm in Your Arms. So crazy intro, but when she starts singing, I lost it.
I think I tried to play her album for you one time during quarantine.
No.
Yeah, legit.
I
There
wouldn't
was a
remember
song.
that.
It wasn't this song. It was a specific song I tried to play for you.
Oh my God.
Another day goes by. I'm not playing by the rules. They can't take me for no fool. Are you gonna ride with me?
Ooh. I had this on repeat today. And you knew about the song and never told me about it?
So tell me
Oh,
Will your asses get? I don't know that part.
sorry.
When I'm in your arms, that's. Whew. I mean, you talk about cold. That is
Yeah.
frozen. That is.
Yeah.
What's the word that I'm looking for? That is I don't know what I'm trying to find. You know, that's dry ice. That's dry ice right there.
Yeah. So that's I passed the aux, and then earlier today I played "Slow Down" by Van Jess.
Oh, that was crazy too.
Yeah, that's a vibe too.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Van Jess is the Van Jess.
I'm not hip.
Oh my God! Please take a day and go through their catalog. You will thank me later.
That production is. Ooh,
All of their songs, they give you like a '90s R&B type vibe.
I love it.
Like most of their music. Yeah. You know what I'm hoping with everything that's going on with me, like you said, I'm hoping to kind of fall back into the music, because that's been my go-to, and
Yeah.
I've been rediscovering artists and
It's always the greatest when you you remember like maybe like a couple of months ago when I started just like running different ways and like forcibly listening to different music.
yeah, I remember.
It does something really good to you to like discover and like
Yeah.
to find yourself in new spaces.
Yeah.
So we need to try to get there together
Yeah, let's do it.
for sure.
Well, this is episode 57. Again, thank you guys so much for your support. We'll see you again sometime soon.
We'll see you very soon.
Deuces.
Deuces.